Uh, 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 Do it production, doing it wrong gaming. Hey, welcome to Doing It Wrong Gaming. My name's Ash. I don't usually have a lot of time to do these sorts of things, so I'm going to try to pick it up. I've just joined Alan Henry's group to do C.A.M.P.S, a module that he's made for Fallout Wasteland Warfare. The idea is that multiple people can have a dweller. They'll make their own warband. From here, they will explore the wasteland. If we go into previous scenarios that they have done, we'll roll up the scenario that they've done. And then if they go into squares that I've been in, they'll do the ones that I've done. This one today is the introductory scenario, whereabouts the Vault Dweller's coming out of the elevator, looking around, being swarmed by bugs. We need to blow it up and get out. So what else is there to say? Get my face off this screen. Let's go.
Vault-Tec, a noble and fine example of corporate America, something that each and every mega corporation should strive to be, serving the country and its people to ensure a better tomorrow. Vaults were constructed all across the United States of America to serve as a refuge for the best and brightest, with the plan to one day open their doors to rebuild America, restoring it to its former glory. You are a Vault Dweller of Vault 119. The purpose of your home is to train, educate, and equip dwellers, preparing them for the hostile environments and violent forces that live beyond the safety of the Vault in order to rebuild America individually. Vault 119 is home to a strong belief of how to rebuild America, with data supplied directly from the higher-ups at Vault-Tec headquarters, along with official documentations providing the results of a vast number of simulations. It is believed that restoration is more effective by establishing smaller settlements with the Vault-Tec principles as a form of law, in contrast to trying to convert larger societies that have already developed their own rules, religion, and government. After a number of Vault-Tec societies have been established, the great unification can begin, setting a foundation for the other vaults once opened. You have been selected as an Outlander based on your physical attributes, mental fortitude, and unique characteristics. A heroic figure within your community, selected by the Overseer themselves. Outlanders are trained to give the ultimate sacrifice, leaving the comfort and safety of the vault in exchange to build a better tomorrow. You are not the first Outlander, nor the last. Generations have set out from Vault 119 in the restoration of America, and now you, too, take the pledge. With your training and gear both selected, provided and gifted to you by Vault-Tec, you leave your home for the first and last time. You board the elevator platform that will take you to your destination upon the surface. The maintenance of such machines are low, but enough to keep it in operation. The sounds of screeching and wailing metal accompanies you on your journey. After what feels like an agonizing eternity, the elevator of Vault 119 eventually reaches the surface, meeting the rubble of a dilapidated building. The building glow of the sun temporarily blinds you as the warmth washes over. The clanking and screeching of the elevator comes to a halt as it seals your home beneath you. At first, silence. The sound of calm air is deafening, but is eventually drowned out by the sound of 100 tiny feet scattering towards you with hum of wings closing in. Something was disturbed. This scenario is played on a 2x2 table. The Vault-Tec elevator is in the middle of the table. It is coming up to an area whereabouts there are 4 corners that are displaying destroyed parts of the vault, or the annex of the vault, leading out into the surface. We have ants' nests, which in mine are shown as ponds. To the north, the west, the south, and the east, a yellow range ruler from the edge of the map. We then have 8 investigation markers, 4 with the toolbox, 3 blank ones, and 1 with an eye. They've been shuffled and pushed around the map, and then we will get started flipping an advantage marker to determine which nest will spawn an enemy first. Now, the object of this scenario is to find the explosives that are found at the investigation marker number 1. Once found, to get in base-to-base contact with each nest and spend 1 action to load the explosives. Once yellow ruler away, the nest will explode. If anything is there, it will be caught in the explosion and will be treated like a fragmentation mine. Now, when an enemy dies, we use the critter's faction sheet to generate a replacement. Then we'll flip the advantage marker to determine where it will be deployed. So there will only be one monster, one critter at a time. We need to navigate around the map, loot as much as we can from the containers and dead creatures, find the explosives, and blow them all up. I should probably explain who the Outlander is. His name is Happy McGavin. He's got a strength of 5, perception of 4, endurance of 5, charisma of 6, intelligence of 4, agility of 3, and 3 luck. He's coming out of the vault with a stim pack, Radaway, 2 purified waters, a 10mm pistol, a baton, and then vault armor and a jump suit, giving him 2 physical and 1 resistance for the other 2 damage types. In this scenario, the critters can be chosen at random, going from bloatflies to bloodbugs, radroaches, to the glowing versions of them, and then death skull, rad scorpions, and young rad scorpions. I do not have all of these models, so I've got two proxies standing in, one for the winged creatures and one for the scorpion.
Let's find out what we will be facing. Ooh, come on. We're going to be facing a Bloodbug. He's going to be coming out right here.
The Bloodbug is a nasty little creature. He's got 7 endurance. He's got 5 range attack and 5 melee attack. He's only got 1 armor. The range attack is green distance, causes radiation, can also cause bleeding. The melee attack is double black and a blue, and that can also cause some bleeding. So to start with, I can see that there's 2 toolbox to the west of me. I'm going to be moving northwest so I can identify the next investigation marker. But before I do that, I'm going to shoot, then I'm going to move.
So I'm looking for 4s. What a good way to start.
So rolling for the AI, we just rolled for him to be charging. He's going to be taking a standard move and then a charge, which is going to put him into base-to-base contact. After my move, and he'll be taking a black charge dice. After my move, I was able to just see the corner investigation marker, which unfortunately is a blank. And then we'll go into round 2 and draw an event. Heat haze. The shimmer of the heated ground makes it hard to make out the targets. For shoot and throw actions, numerical modifiers on the effect dice of -1, 2, and 3 are ignored. This isn't going to matter too much because I am now locked in at melee with the Bloodbug. And unfortunately, it is their turn to start.
So this is to resolve the Bloodbug's proboscis. He's also got a charge, so I've got to roll an extra black dice. We've got 8, 2 hits, so he's got 3 extra damage. He's hitting on 5s, which is good. So that's a miss. So he will attack again. Again, an 8 goes down to a 7, and that's a miss. So as this combat continues, Happy is going to be hitting on 5s. He's using a baton, which is 2 greens. And he's hit. That is for the total of 2 damage. This is for the armor roll. So the Bloodbug has an armor of 1, meaning that it has successfully gone through and caused 1 damage. I'm going to also add 1 crit meter to his baton. His second attack hits again. This time he saves 1 and takes 1.
Going into round 3, we have the event of mistaken identity. Vertibird pauses to hover overhead. Even though they must have false information, the incoming gunfire is still very real. Resolve an attack on the most recent model to be activated, which unfortunately is Happy, which is not within orange of cover. I am next to the barrels, so maybe I can say that we are next to the barrels. We're also in melee, and that's going to be a pain in the ass if I had to do that. We do have a flip event, which is going to be sun glare for next turn. All shooting actions at long range are at -2.
The Bloodbug has 4 hit points left. I've got 1 more hit before I can get a crit. We've got a quick action and we've got an armor break, which means his armor goes down to 0 and he'll be taking 2 armor. I now do have a quick action, which I may use as the crit. Let's find out. So I'm not going to be greedy. I'm just going to use the quick action to perform the crit. And let's just roll the damage. So we're doing 2 damage, going to 3 with 2 armor breaks, which means he's got no armor. He's going to take 3 damage. He's going to go 5 down to -1, and he will be dead. I then do get a food item due to the additional faction loot, and I'll draw that up in a second. After defeating the bug, I just did a little move to there so I can take an action next turn to resolve that. We picked up a Nuka Cherry from the Bloodbug. Must have swallowed the bottle whole. Now the next monster that is going to be spawning is 4 to 5. And a 5, which is a reroll. A 6 is a reroll. A 1, we're going to have a Glowing Bloatfly. And it is going to be coming out of this one.
Glowing Bloatfly, he's hitting on 5s at range and melee. He's got 7 health. Armored compared to the previous Bloodbug with an armor of 2. We're not going to worry about the other ones because I can't hurt it with anything else. It is -2 at long range, but I've only got short range gun, and it uses Glowing Bloatfly Lava, which has a pretty good range of green and blue for long range with a black and yellow, or at short range it's black and 2 yellows doing 1 damage. And if it does a damage, I then have to have radiation damage. Now when the Glowing Bloatfly is defeated, it has a little explosion which will be causing some damage if I'm within range orange. So I do not want to melee attack this one.
Right, so starting at around 4, we have Sun Glare coming into effect, which is making all long-range attacks -2, which is only going to hurt this fellow if he decides to shoot me from long range. Now, I'm going to start first. My game, my rules. I'm going to be checking out this toolbox, which, because it's an investigation marker, I believe I need to select one of these. I've taken out all the blanks and A, B, C, Ds out of this pile, so let's see what we've got. I need to do a search. Search, get an item, pass or fail. So let's see. My search value is 4. Ooh boy, crit. All right, so I will roll my other table, which I've got just briefly here. 1 for drugs and booze, 2 for weapons, 3 for armor, 4 for mods, 5 for big guns, 6 explosives, 7 clothing, 8 miscellaneous, and some food at number 9. Now I've got a D10, so I'll just be re-rolling the 10. So we got a 2, and I will be getting a weapon. Okay, so I've shuffled my God knows how many cards, 200, 400 cards of just the weapons. I'm just going to cut the deck. Let's do something like this. We're going to go this one. What have we got? We've got a hunting rifle. Nice. So now I can shoot at long range. Let's go. Okay, I didn't really see a point trying to shoot the bug, trying to hit on a 2. I've just moved to here. I am just outside of this one, but I can reveal this investigation marker. Ooh. Okay. Well, we need to collect that and start bombing the place. Hopefully not taking too much rad damage as this glowing bug decides to activate now. All right, this glowing bloatfly is just going to shoot me from here to there. It's just inside of green. It's not going to be blue anymore. So he's hitting on 5s. Not cool. He's hit. He's done an armor break. Bottle cap doesn't do anything, so my armor goes down to 1, which means I've got to roll a 1 to save damage. So I do save damage. There was no extra damage on there, was there? No. So that's good. First hit nullified. Let's see what his second one does. He's rolled a... Is that a 9? He's rolled a 9. Excellent. He's missed. 2 spits, little babies, and he's missed them both.
Start of round 5, we've got distant gunfire. Shots can be heard in the distance. Maybe a group is hunting the Brahmin that frequent the area. Maybe it's trouble. Now, the glowing Bloodbug is just going to be shooting again. So he's going to be doing his 2 shots. My plan will be to move up, grabbing the explosives, which will take me in action. So basically I'm moving, grabbing, end of my round.
Okay, Bloodbug, hitting them 5s. We've got 7, 5. Okay, cool. So he's going to hit me. I've got my 2 armor. I don't save any, so I actually take a radiation damage. Ooh. So radiation replaces damage tokens if I am already damaged, but in this case it's just going straight to radiation. 5s again. We've got a quick action with an armor break and an extra damage. This isn't fun. I rolled a 1, so I block that one, but it causes me another damage. So 2 rad damages. I'm just going to move to here. I'm going to collect that, see what that is, and then we're going to run away from this guy.
Round 6. A mole rat tunnel. Freshly disturbed earth is often a sign of mole rat activity. Being attracted to the elevator, we've got, whilst this event is in play, place a token at the center of the battlefield. Any model entering the activation within yellow of this marker must test luck. A mole rat lunges out to bite the unfortunate, dealing 1 damage with a extra yellow dice. Now the Bloodbug has rolled for cover, so he will move to probably following the Outlander up to the barrel and then having a spit, whilst the Outlander is going to be running to the left of screen.
So the Glowing Bloatfly moves up to here, I'm going to say he's taking cover there. He's still inside of green. I'm going to need to do a double move to get out of this guy's spitting range, but he's going to be shooting me on 5s, and he's missed. Fantastic. So I will be moving along to the next one. At the end of the round, or once I'm outside of yellow, that will explode. It is going to be the Bloodbug's turn first in round 7. Okay, so starting round 7, I thought I'd do this on video. This area has staged many a conflict in the past. Merely passing through can disturb the dormant threats from yesterday's wars. Draw a danger card, and a random model belonging to the player without the advantage marker is affected. So, it would be me. So, my danger card, what have we got? Frosty Trap. What idiot decided to store a liquid nitrogen container below the ground? I guess someone was bound to find it sooner or later. What excellent luck. Test perception +2. Oh, I rolled it. It's a 6. So is that test at a negative +2 or a bonus +2? Because if it's a bonus +2, I've done it with 6. Otherwise, I'm going to be chilled. Let me check that out in the rules. Okay, so I've interpreted that as a +2 to my perception. I see that there's some other ones that actually have a minus value to it. So we're going to just stick to that way. And if I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm not, also let me know. So the Bloodbug, he's just rolled to stay where he is and shoot. So I've got more radiation coming. Rolling on 5s. That's a miss for an 8. And again. That is a There's a crit. All right, so he hits me, breaks my armor. So it'll be 1 damage coming through. I need a 1. I don't because he broke my armor. So now I'm on 3 radiation damage. Now Happy has 5 health, so I'm getting to the point that I may need to use my rat away.
I think I'm on round 8. Could be on round 7. It doesn't really matter. It's my turn. Event is Diamond City Radio. The soft music of Diamond Radio, playing it from somewhere in the rubble, fades out and the announcer can be heard. Okay, so I guess at this point it's safe to say the Brotherhood of Steel is going to be sticking around. You probably noticed the giant airship. Cool guy. Thanks, Travis. We are going to be... So at the end of the round, we move to 2 yellows to get to the next ant nest. I'm going to be placing the bombs and taking some rat away.
Okay, so I've used my rat away. I've now got 3 damage tokens as the radiation flips over to damaged. I will hopefully survive this round and the start of the next one to be able to use my stim pack. I've planted the explosive. This fella is going to be shooting me at long range in 5s. That's a 9, so his attack has missed. Then we'll go to round 9, hoping it's 9. I'm going to continue with the numbers that I think I'm on. Let's just draw the event while I'm here. We've got the weak light drains the contrast from the surrounding area. All search skills are -2 penalty. Yeah, cool. We'll leave that there. It will be the Bloatfly's start of the turn, so he's going to just be attacking. So we are going to do the same dice again, which I believe was black and yellow. He's rolled an 8. That would have hit. And he's rolled a 7. So 2 misses, 2 spitting babies, and he's missed. So I'm going to be using my stim pack and then moving down this way. I'll see which spot I need to be able to see what each investigation marker is. I actually decided that I would use purified water, which will heal me 2 rather than wasting the stim pack. I'm going to move as close as I can to be touching that. So next turn I will check that out. I am well within my perception range. I can see what this one is now as well. So that's a blank. So hopefully these will be some good stuff. I am now outside of yellow, so this pond explodes. Give me my damage. Let's put that up there. And then we go into round 9 with Happy starting. So the start of this round's event. Abundant rainwater increases conductivity across all surfaces. For weapons that deal electric damage, only any yellow blanks are treated as a armor break. Well, good for us. Oh, not good for me. I don't have a electric based weapon. So let's check what this little toolbox is going to be. We've got a computer. So we're going to try to do that. My intelligence is 4. Ooh, so close. So I'm going to leave that there. I do not have the patience to stay there, get shot by that thing until I die. So we're going to move to there. With the view of next turn, we blow this place up. I am just inside to see what this one is. And it's another item. So I might collect that and then get that. And then that'll be the end of the scenario, I hope, without this guy killing me. We have 2 long-range baby bombs from the Glowing Bloodbug. No, not Bloatfly, sorry. That's a hit with an armor break. I need a 1. I don't, so I take 1 damage, which is a radiation damage, which will actually not cause a damage, it will just convert the damage I have to radiation. And then his second attack is a hit with another armor break, and I fail again. So I've got 2 radiations. Not good. Better hurry up. So I think we're around 10. The event ended up being dozens of bloatflies. Maximum distance of any movement is yellow. That kind of makes sense because he's been chucking his babies everywhere and they've been missing. So he's going to be doing another 2 lots of long range attacks. That's a 6, so that's a miss. And that is another crit 2 damage. Oh, this could be the end of the Vault Dweller. 2 damage. Oh no, I got 1 hit point left. But that's all radiation, baby. And I don't have a means to get rid of it. All right, round 11, I think. Bear Force 1 vertebrates are infrequent, but the golden bear insignia on its side shows this one is special. Maybe the NCR's president is on board right now. Okay, so I've got to survive this. I'm going to be taking a little move to here. We're going to be resolving this. Then I'm hoping for something that gets rid of radiation. Then I'm going to move to there, drop the bomb, and then I'm going to have to move after that for it to explode. So I need to survive a lot of this guy's shots. We'll see what happens. Let's resolve this bit first. Oh, we've got a danger and an item. Our danger is no direction. Without a leader, things can fall into disarray very quickly. If your leader has been removed, test initiative +2. Add -2 to this model. Oh, -2 what? Is that just to everything? -2 on the next skill? Well, my leader is still here, so I've got a feeling I'm doing these tests wrong, but my intelligence doesn't matter. That's a crit, baby. No dramas. And then we get an item, so let's just roll my D10. Of course, I roll a 10. All right, I get 2, which is another weapon. I mean, that's kind of handy. Here's my collection of random things. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. We'll take that one. Oh, we got a laser rifle. That looks pretty good. All right, let's add it to our pile. Yes, so with that done, it will be the Bloodbug's turn in shooting. I'm hoping that he'll roll to move to cover and maybe go behind this barrel. But currently I will be in cover at this angle. Cover will make him -2 to his attack, meaning that he'll need a 3, and I'll get an extra 1 armor. So rolling my AI, I did end up rolling cover, so he's going to come behind here. I mean, he's only going to have 1 shot at long range. Yes, definitely long range. So this will be -2 and 1 extra armor for me. So he rolled a 6 and he's missed. Now, we will go into the next round. He'll probably end up having 2 shots at me. So I've got to survive 2 shots. I move. Then it'll be my turn and then I'll be able to jump off and then explode it. So hopefully just 2 shots and I can win this scenario. I like how I started this with photos and voice memos, and now I'm just recording everything. So this round, we've got wet ground. Days of heavy rain mean much of the ground rapidly turns to mud. Before attempting any melee attack, test agility. It doesn't matter. We're not doing melee attacks. This guy does not like melee attacks. So he's going to be shooting me long range. We've got a 10. That's a good start. Oh. And we've got a miss. Now I will be moving onto here. dropping my explosives. Then I'm going to be moving back for the next round. So let's just draw the next event card and hopefully it doesn't kill me. The moist air keeps the dust down. Treat any green as a -1. Excellent. So let's win this by moving off. Pull explodes. Kaboom. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations, Happy. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. In this bit, I will just go over the level up and what I'll end up doing. We didn't actually complete the scenario. We died, but I didn't know that at the time. Only through editing did I realize my mistake. So either way, with 2 or 3 experience points, you get 3 experience points for a win and 2 experience points for a loss. To level up, you need to have enough experience for that level. So for level 1, I need to have 1 experience point. For level 2, I need to have 2 experience points. After you level up, you go back down to having 0 experience. So after leveling up, I'm going to put a point in endurance, taking my endurance up to 5. Just purely because we've got that laser rifle. I want to give it a good crack. We've unlocked some perks, which are Travel Light, which I'm not going to be using, but I'm just going to have it on my character until I can pass it off to somebody else. We're going to have the Lone Wanderer. When we've got no friendly models around, we increase all of our armor stats and get an extra yellow during our ranged attack, and an extra 2 health, which will be very good. And then we've also got Selfless, which will give us a helpful +1 intelligence to people in my presence range. And then there's also a lookout for that. But we're lone wandering at the moment, and that's what we will continue to do. I do have the option to trade in up to 5 items. I'm not going to do that at this point in time because I don't think I'm going to get enough to be able to buy another character plus equip them. So I could probably sell my gear, get a Vault Dweller, give them my 10mm pistol, but I don't think that's really going to help me out in the long run. So for this scenario, we're not going to recruit anyone. Hopefully the next scenario we will. We're just waiting on that to come, and then we will crack on with that. I hope you've enjoyed watching some of this. Give me some feedback and we'll see what we can do in the future. Cheers.